Right, before we start, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, and they are Incogni. More about that later. Now, if you've been watching my last few videos, you will know that I am in Paphos in Cyprus, and I brought out a video called Holidays from Hell. My entire resort is like a building site. Now, I've had a lot of backlash about that video from people who love the island of Cyprus. So I thought to myself, is it as bad that I made it out to be? Well, we're going to give it another go and have a wander around today, have a little bite to eat as well and see the food and try some of the food out as well, some of the Cypriot food, or maybe a steak, or I don't know, but we're going to try some food because apparently the local food is superb. So we'll be the judge of that today. Now, also, what I've actually done is I've travelled around the world quite a lot, being a travel vlogger. I've gone to places such as Vegas, I've been to Tenerife, I've been to Mallorca, I've been to Benidorm, I've been Nashville, I've been all over the place, even Australia lately as well, which I keep mentioning. However, while I've been here in Cyprus, on the island of Cyprus, I've done something that I've never done before. It's drove me to do something that I've never done before, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Maybe I haven't given it long enough. Maybe I've come at the wrong time of year. Maybe I've gone to the wrong place in Cyprus. There's all these questions to be answered, and I'm sure the fans of Cyprus and the lovers of Cyprus will let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you are new to the channel, do me a favour, do give it a thumbs up, and also, that's if you like the video, of course, and also I'm sure the Cypriot lovers and the island of Cyprus lovers will give it a thumbs down, and also subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Lots of content coming your way from other places around the world. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Hey, did you see that croc on the beach? I've gone all the way over to Australia, never saw a croc, and I come over to Cyprus and see a croc on the beach. Bad joke, I know. Now listen, I am trying to make the place look a little bit better, because I was told on the last video that I did, the Holidays from Hell, the whole resort is like a building site, that I only showed the bad side of it. So I'm going to try and show some of the nicer sides of it. Now, I know we are a little bit out of season. However, I took a taxi last night to a Chinese restaurant down where the building work was. And he said to me, this thing is a nightmare, and I'm not even going to try and do the Cypriot accent, but he said it's an absolute nightmare. It's been like this for 2 years and there's no end in sight. So it's not just me, the locals are saying the same thing as well. So it isn't just the fact that it's out of season. The weather's quite nice today, that's a one positive. However, as I say, I've done something that I've never done before in the history of this channel of travelling around, and I just got to the end of my tether. It's time to throw the towel in anyway, I think, with this holiday, but we shall see. We'll give it a little bit more of a chance, shall we? Come on, onwards. There you go, Cyprus lovers, don't have a go at me. Put a little flower in the shot there. No old croc, no rusty nails or anything, making it look good for you. Right, okay, so we're going to head over towards the harbour in a moment and get a little bite to eat and see the sights along the way. But before we do that, I just want to tell you a little bit about today's sponsor, and they are Incogni. Now, have you ever noticed that sometimes you'll sign up for a store's loyalty card and then you'll start getting spam emails, calls or texts from telemarketers, or you Google air fryers and you start getting spam emails about air fryers? Well, I used to get it all the time and it drove me nuts. Now, I looked into why this happens, and it's because all these companies sell your data to giant firms called data brokers, and they sell your information on to other advertisers. I was shocked how much information was out there on the internet, such as my postal address, phone number and email address. I also found out that these data brokers are required by law to remove my information if I ask them to, but doing that one by myself is virtually impossible. Now that's where Incogni comes in, as they contacted all the companies for me. I didn't have to do anything, and they alerted me to when the request was completed. Now since I signed up to Incogni, I get almost no spam, and I can't even remember the last time I got a call from my old friend Unknown Caller. That's why I highly recommend Incogni. Incogni provides improved protection from hackers and cyber attacks such as phishing or identity theft that use your personal information to target you. Invasion of privacy such as total strangers accessing your most personal information, including your address, phone number and, wait for this, even your weekend hangout spots. Invasive shadow profiles that can use your online activity to influence your behaviour and worldviews such as political affiliations. Now Incogni is so simple, believe me. I've done it myself, and on the first day you register and subscribe for Incogni. They send out data removal requests to all applicable data brokers on their list. And in the first week the data brokers start responding to their requests. They use the GDPR, CCPA and other applicable privacy laws to make data brokers remove your personal information from their databases. And in the first quarter, most data removal requests are processed within 2 months, and they follow up on those that aren't to make sure that your personal information is removed. Take back your personal data with Incogni. Use the code MacMaster in the link below and get 60% off an annual plan. So click on the link below and get 60% off an annual plan. Right, let's head over to the harbour and take a look around. Now, the naughty boy in me wants to ring this bell, but I'm not going to do. I'm going to kindly refrain. Don't you just love kites? Takes you back to your childhood, doesn't it? I used to go out flying kites at the weekend with my dad, and it was kind of the drones of yesteryear, wasn't it? Anyway, lovers of Cyprus, am I making it look better for you on this video? No diggers, no scaffolding, no digging up anywhere. All right, that's just a scale model. It's just a kid's digger, that is. They're just making a sandcastle, that's all. It's not real. Forget about that. Let's move on. Now, I know I probably should give it a little bit more of a chance, but I've given it almost a week now, and I'm not feeling the vibes of here at all. I don't know. Maybe it is different in summer, but I met that taxi driver and he's saying that it's been like this for ages and there's no let up in sight. And last night I met a lovely couple in the hotel reception in the bar there who watched the channel, Barry and Sharon. And I was telling them about the work that's going on in the main strip of Paphos here in Cyprus, and she actually said, yeah, I actually sprained my ankle because they walked over some boards to one of the shops or cafes or restaurants or whatever, and actually missed her footing, tripped over something that was holding one of the boards down, and hurt herself. And I just thought to myself, that's just the straw that broke the camel's back, that really. It's just too much, really. I mean, all right, if it's for 1 year, you know, then that's fine. But if it carries on, then that's an issue, isn't it? But I don't know, maybe it's just me. You may have a different view on Paphos, but I don't know, let's give it a little bit more of a try and head down towards the harbour. I do have to say, however, the old town of Paphos was lovely. I did a video on that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Thoroughly enjoyed it, really nice, old architecture. But that's not where you have your holiday. You don't have your holiday in the old town. You have your holiday here with your family, out and about, around all this building work. And that's where the issue is. The old town, if you want to spend time up there, beautiful. Can highly recommend it. But the resort itself, I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it. And that's why I've, for the first time ever, I think in the history, I've actually pulled my flight back a couple of days. So I'm going to just go home a little bit early, because there's not really, I'm not digging it. I don't know, but I'll probably go up there now to the harbour, love it, have some gorgeous food, and then change my flight back again. But I doubt it, because it'll cost me even more money. Anyway, come on onwards. You know, I've said it before, I think the weather has a lot to do with things, because since I've been here, it's not been overly great. It's been okay, it's been better than it's been back in the UK, so that's a bonus if you look on the bright side of things. But I came here when I was 21-year-old. I came to Larnaca with my parents, and I think it was January when we came here. And my mum was expecting it to be warm, because she was stationed here, I believe, in the back in the war. And she said, "Oh, I remember it. It was brilliant. It was fantastic. It was warm. The weather was great. We was having a laugh." And then when we got there, it was we ended up having. I think I ended up having to buy a sweatshirt or something, which was really unfashionable. It was a mustard-coloured one, and it was the last holiday that I'd had with my parents. I was 21, a bit of a late developer. I hadn't got a girlfriend, and I remember I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm going to tell you this story because I thought it was really funny. I told Barry and Sharon the other night in the hotel, and I was downstairs in the hotel, and there was this lovely lady there, young lady, very attractive, and I was very nervous at the time. You wouldn't think so now, talking to a camera and over I think 165,000 people. And she says to me, "Oh, I've got a bottle of wine here. Do you want to join me in my room?" She was on paperwork or something. I don't know what she was doing anyway. I think it was an old laptop from memory, but I can't remember. But she says, "Do you want to?" She was obviously there on business. And join me back in my room, and I was like, "Oh, no. I'm fine, thank you. I'm all right." I mean, now I'd have gone, "Yes, please. Grab your stuff. In fact, I'll get an extra bottle." But I said no. I was really nervous. I told my parents. And the next morning she was in the breakfast room, and do you know what parents, they embarrass you, don't they? My mum went, "Oh, is that the lady who asked you to go back to the room?" And she turned over and looked around and just smiled, and I could have crawled under the table. Anyway, I don't know whether, there you go, there's a story for you. So nervous. By the way, I mean, if that happened now, I would say no thanks, because I've got a girlfriend. I'm meaning if it was back then, and you know what I mean. I wouldn't do it. I would do it now if I was single. If Sarah, honestly, I would. And I'm not. No drama for me, thank you. No drama. The only drama I want is if it's haddock or fish, or do I put the salt or vinegar on first? Watch and learn. That, my friends, is called digging a hole for yourself. Hey, here's one for you. So I read all your comments, every one of them, even though there's 165,000 people and I must get thousands of comments a day, maybe over 10,000, because I've got, I think, over 2,000 videos or more on there. But this guy commented, he said, you went to Starbucks, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm thinking, why is that? And I read on and he went, yeah, going to Starbucks means that you are a fan of Donald Trump and you want him back in as president. My answer to that was, so if I go and eat an ice cream and I can't remember what day it is, does that mean I'm a Biden fan? Oh, bit of political satire there for you. I'm not political. I'm not interested. They're all, my mum used to say, it's all about the money. They're all for themselves. Onwards. Actually, I could do with a strawberry frappuccino from Starbucks. Tell you what, they are great. In fact, they're huge. They're huge. They're the best. They're actually making coffee great again. See what I did there? Can somebody tell me in the comment section down below what it is about fishing? I don't get it. Just sat there drowning maggots. Unless they come out battered, I'm not interested. Oh, do you know what? I love cats. I used to, well, Sarah's got a cat called Stan, and he's a big cat, he is, big black cat, and got a right attitude. But I tell you what, I think she shows him more affection than me. I said, you show that cat more affection than me? And she says, yeah, and I don't even like him. And I used to have one though when I was at my parents called Chad. One green eye, one blue eye, all white. I don't know, there's just something about cats, they're just relaxing. I like them. They just mind their own business. I love cats. They makes you feel chilled, don't they? So this is the main strip which you saw on the other video that I did. If you didn't see that video, by the way, I'll put the link up here. Have a look at that. It's the holiday from hell. The whole resort was like a building site. I'm not going to show you around here again because you can take a look at that video. We're going to have a look at some different places. But interestingly enough, on that video that I did, and I didn't notice until I edited it, and some other people have picked up on it as well. One of the diggers that was here was actually from Mansfield. Because it had got him where I'm from. Mansfield got the telephone number on it, 01623. And I'm thinking, why is that? Have they bought it? Have they hired it from Mansfield? It's a bit strange, isn't it? All that many miles away. You'd think they'd hire it from a place here. It's a bit odd. If anybody's in the building trade and they know about that, let me know in the comment section down below. Why is there a digger here from Mansfield on the island of Cyprus? Very odd. Right, you can judge me if you want, but I'm going into Starbucks for a strawberry frappuccino. It's just for myself, a little something to brighten up the day, and maybe a sugared donut if they've got one. Right, okay, got my strawberry frappuccino, and I have, answer me the logic in this one, a paper straw with a plastic cup and a plastic top that you don't really need. So you could probably, I would rather have that no plastic top and a plastic straw. Where's the logic in that? World's gone nuts. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just have a sip of this. That's gorgeous. I have no idea what it's got to do with Donald Trump though. Right, okay, feel better now. I've had my strawberry frappuccino, so I'm going to head off now to around the back of where Starbucks is to Bar Street to see what that's like. Apparently that's where all the nighttime life is, but that looks a bit dodgy as well. I went there last night in the taxi and it didn't look overly great, I have to say, but we'll take a look at it and then we'll go and get a bite to eat along the harbour there, which is quite nice, I have to say. Who remembers? Who was it? Harry Enfield, and he did Stavros, and he had doner kebabs, and he had this white top on which was all mucky from memory, and he was, "Hello peeps." Who remembers that? Was he Cypriot or something? I can't remember, but it was funny. You wouldn't get away with that nowadays, I don't think, would you? I think that would not get aired on TV. Right, let's have a wander this way. Hey, look at this place up here. Now this is being renovated, but this is going to look nice when it's done. But look at all the pillars on here. This is, wow, this is good. Check this out. Bit of a doer-upper that, isn't it? What do you reckon? Get Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen round that, bit of MDF on it, and if you actually set him on that, Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, what do you reckon it'd look like? Do you remember the TV series? What was it he was on? It's been on quite a few, hasn't he? I don't know. Archaeological site. Them pillars look fantastic though. Let's see if I can zoom in on them for you. Right, let's go and have a wander. Like I say there, you know when you get away from the resort and you go like to the old town of Paphos and you get places like this, then you get your history then. It's really great, but as I say, it's not where you spend your holiday, is it? You don't spend your holiday around the old town. Most of us don't anyway. Now you do a day trip or whatever, but most of us are on the beach and around the resorts. Anyway, let's go and have a wander. Here, deep in Paphos, we've got archaeological sites. We've got excavations there, digging up historic things from the past and rocks and memories from many, many years gone by. And next door, we've got the Buzz Pub. Right, so apparently this is where it's at. Bar Street, we've got Friends Bar, or Bar Friends as well, which is right over there. So we're going to take a look over that way and see if there's anything down this way at all. So let's have a little wander around and a look around. Hi, how you doing? Good. So let's take a look around. How you doing? So just here we are, Friends Bar. I'm not gonna lie, it's like being on a movie set of a ghost town or something. There's a weird feeling to this. Right, I was just saying, it's like a film set here.
Yep.
It's like a movie set of a ghost town, an old western or something.
It is, especially this time of year. Yeah, it's all a bit.
Now, this is Dave who watches the channel. He went, "Oh, you're right."
Just run down the road, as my wife said. It's that bloke off that you watch on YouTube.
He come running. I thought he's going to hit me for filming, but then he was like, "Oh, what, you're off of the YouTube?" Now then, you kind of live here on and off.
Yeah, we're just up the road, about a mile. So it's about a mile from the coast. So it's a nice,
Now,
easy walking to the bar. So
yes, that's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
People have had a bit of a dig at me for saying, "Oh, there's building work and it's doing it while it's off season." But the taxi driver said to me, "Now you've been here, you come in here all the time."
Yeah, we've been here about 10 years now.
10 years. This building work's been going on longer.
Yeah,
than
the
a
mayor
year,
in
isn't it?
Paphos is doing a lot of work. To be fair, it's they do it quickly though. Despite the fact, but there's just a lot of it. They sort of, and they do get things done pretty quick.
So eventually.
Yeah, but they just keep changing the bits they're doing. So once they dug up one bit, I think right, let's do the next bit. So
there's not a lot of health and safety here, is there?
Oh no, you made the parking's famous in Paphos. Cyprus altogether. You may notice, you get cars and all the one-way street things. These little red signs with a white bit through the middle. That's just advisory. It doesn't mean you can't go up there. They just say, oh well,
There was one on the floor, just knocked down.
yeah. So if you notice the parking, they'll be all over the pavements and everywhere. So they don't like to walk too far. So
now I think this is where I'm going to say, right. I think I've so far given Paphos a bit of a bad name. However, I'm going to put it on the flip side, right? It's only the places that I've been to and seen at the moment, and I will put it out there. It is off season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is a nice place. It's quite chilled out and it's laid back and it's quite a safe place though as well. So
yeah, it seems very.
When my wife's there by herself, she doesn't mind walking home at sort of 4 o'clock in the morning. So
and the old town's gorgeous. I mean, it's lovely. The old town is.
Oh yeah, that's the part of the bits they have finished. If you'd been here a year ago, that would all have been dug up with traffic works everywhere and stuff. So they get in there. They get in there. Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to have a quick wander around Bar Street, which is. Oh yeah, that's going to look very dodgy.
It's
but
going to look.
That will do. Yeah.
This is probably the last nail in the coffin for me. I've pulled my flight forward 2 days. So.
Oh, right. There we go.
But I'll have to come back maybe in season when the work's finished.
Have you been to any fish and chip shops yet?
I have actually.
You always wanted to go to.
I went
was
to
it T&J's?
T&J's, and I tell you what, I gave them a review.
Yeah.
Some of the best fish and chips.
It's not bad. That's the one around here that's fairly. Most of the bars do fish and chips.
Credit where credit's due.
The only one of the few, dedicated sort of fish and chips.
I'm going to big it up. To be honest, that's been the highlight of my trip.
Oh, there we go.
It's been worth flying.
A long way to come, but
thausands of miles.
It is a long old trip, isn't it?
It is
like 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
But it's worth it for that. Yeah. Right? Can you say onwards, my friends?
Yes. Onwards, my friends.
If you fancy having your wedding here, by the way, they're doing some cheap discounts. They always make me laugh, these do, because you always see these outside pubs, like in Veronica's in Tenerife or whatever, or in Benidorm, and you've got the lads who are, they've got the t-shirts on, always a white t-shirt, too small for them, so they make the muscles look a bit bigger, and they're like waiting to hit it. Waiting for the right woman to come along to try and impress them by smashing that as hard as they can, and then down in a shot after, going and then thinking they're well hard, and going home and probably being violently ill. I kind of like the shrubbery at this Robin Hood though. Some nice trees indoor here as well, and easy to access, and sort of like pipe work, etc. meters there that you can get into. One of them's got a bit of a leak going on there, but very easy to access. VIP. There's a sketch off of I think it's Extras with Ricky Gervais, and David Bowie is in this VIP section, and he's got to pay, I think it's 400 quid or something to get into the VIP section, and he sat there and he went, I don't believe this, it's a bit of rope. It's a little bit of red rope. And I went to Vegas a few years ago, many years ago now, with an old mate of mine, and he used to say, he said it's a piece of rope. You literally there was a bar there in this hotel, and it was VIP, and you could get into the VIP section, and it was a piece of rope. and you're sat in the same room behind a piece of rope. Strange, isn't it? It's weird, but that was funny on Extras. He says, I've literally paid. And then David Bowie starts singing Chubby Little Fat Man to him. If you've not seen that, check it out. Great series, Extras. Now this is what I find strange, right? You've got Flair's Bar here, but here you've got a wonderful garden with a lovely little stone Cypriot building with all these bars that used to be bouncing around here. It's like strange. It's in the middle of, like, it's just odd. It's a strange feeling. I'm here in Paphos, Cyprus, and right behind me here you can see an architectural masterpiece from times gone by. The history inside, if it could tell you the times gone by, boy would it have some stories. And right next door here as well we have another masterpiece of a building, which is Flair's Bar. Hello. Hello. Okay. Is that good? Smile. Can you give me a yay? Can you get, what's he got in there? I like it. Yes. Cheers, my friend. I like the style. Now that's made me giggle. Drink responsibly, by the way. Drink responsibly. But that's made me giggle. Game of pool, anybody? Whenever I see that now, Notorious, I've already got the Duran Duran song in my head straight away like that. No, Notorious. Maybe it's because I'm an 80s child. Well, I wasn't born in the 80s, but it was a good era, wasn't it? Look at this, it literally is like a ghost town. Listen. Okay, I'm calling it. I'm a YouTuber. Get me out of here. This is the final nail in the coffin. I'm done. I'm done. I'm on the plane. I'm out. Right, there's a lady to the left of me here. She doesn't want to be on camera. However, have you seen my videos?
No.
No, you've not seen my videos. So she hasn't seen the videos. But she came up and she said, are you filming around here? What does it remind you of?
Beirut.
It's like a war zone, isn't it? It's terrible.
Bad. It's bad.
It's
everything's shut.
Have you been to Cyprus before, to Paphos?
Yes, but I normally stay in the hotel. So
you normally stay in the hotel?
I've never come down.
You're probably better off staying in the hotel.
Yeah.
First time she's ventured out of the hotel and she's never coming out again now. It's not the best.
I've had wine and it's still no good.
You'd need something stronger than wine. I think you might need something a little bit stronger. Tipple. There was a guy back there earlier on with a vodka bottle in his jacket. I thought, blimey, that's what you need. It's just terrible, isn't it?
It is.
It's awful, honestly. I'm calling it. I'm a YouTuber. Get me out of here. It's awful.
I hate to say it, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's
terrible.
great.
Not good. Are you going back to the hotel?
Probably have another wine to get out of here.
Probably have another wine to get out of here. Anyway, onwards, my friend. What was your name?
Alison.
Alison. Thank you for. Don't take my word for it. Alison's just said it's awful. Right, this is Alan, which is Alison's partner, and what's it like?
It's like an army training camp, isn't it? You just like a zombie apocalypse.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. It's the worst place I've ever been.
It's the worst.
And I live in Oldham.
Would you come back?
Never. It is. It's awful. You can't describe how bad it is, can you?
I'm going to say, in the history of this channel, which is about 6 years, in fact, the history of my life, I've never, and I'm from Mansfield, I've never been to anywhere as bad as this. It's a hellhole. It's awful.
We're going to come tonight, though, to see what it's like with the lights on. It might be a bit better.
I'd just be careful. I drove through it in a taxi last night, and
with the doors locked.
Yeah, with the doors locked. It isn't safe. It isn't safe. There's just, I mean, the whole of Paphos is like a building site.
It is, isn't it?
And
why have they allowed all this to go on at the same time? It's like, but half of it looks like it's been started, and then they've run out of money.
And then they've run out of money.
They just left it.
Well, the taxi driver said, he said, this has been going on for years. So, I mean, I'm not a very good advertisement for the Cypriot Tourist Board, for Paphos Tourist Board, but I'd give it a miss. I've just said
I can only reiterate that. It's a shithole. And I'm being polite.
Yeah, you've got till Saturday. I've actually changed my flight and pulled it back 2 days.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm going back to Mansfield. It makes it look like... in fact, this place makes Morecambe look like the Bahamas. Onwards, my friends. Right, let's head towards the harbour and get out of here, because this is depressing, my friends. Really depressing. I never thought I'd say this, but this is the final straw, the nail in the coffin. I cannot wait to get back on that plane back to Blighty. I never thought I'd say that. Good grief. Don't ever call Blackpool to me again, because what are they throwing out the window? Throwing something out the window. Throwing food out the window to the cat. Scraps. Blimey. Right, thank goodness for that. Let's get down to the marina, and geez, that was awful. Let's go and get something to eat. Fancy steak or something.
Blow my blues away.
You're going to need more than that to blow your blues away. Jeez. Right, you know what? I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm thirsty. This place looks very nice, Theo's. The guy's come over and give me his card as well. So I'm going to have a steak, I think. I'm going to have the grilled fillet steak, Black Angus, 35 sheets, as I normally say, which means sheets of paper money. Some people was asking what that is. 35 euros. That comes with fries and vegetables, so I think I'm going to go for that. And a pint as well, I reckon. So I'm going to head on in there. Got a little bit of a sea view as well. I'm not going to film every angle of this food, but I will show you what it's like though, because it's busy. There's a restaurant next door that's empty. That's busy. That's a good sign. Let's get in there. I've also got a load of fresh fish here as well, look. If you like your fish, but I'm going for steak. Right, well, got to get something good out of today, and this place looks good. He says now it's time to experience Theo's, so we're going to experience Theo's, and it looks a lovely place, I have to say. But I'll reserve judgment until I've tried the food. But have a look at the menu yourself, and then you know I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for the steak with fries or chips. There'll probably be fries here, I guess, rather than thick cut chips, which is what I like. But anyway, have a look at the menu. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm going to have a beer. Right, so I've gone for some pita bread to start with some hummus, which is here. There we go. I'm not going to do any flyover shots on this one. There's the hummus. Now I've also ordered the steak, the fillet steak, and I've ordered it medium, and it comes with potatoes as well and some veg. I did ask for fries, and she said it comes with potatoes, so I said, can I have fries? And she looked a little bit lost, so I thought let's not complicate matters and let's just leave it as it is, and then that way it comes as it comes, and hopefully it'll be really nice. Right, okay my friends, so as you've just seen there, this is not a food review by the way, so I'm just going to eat it, but could have done with some chips really. I think it's me being from Mansfield, just to fill me up. I think I'm going to have to go to McDonald's after. Nice steak though, nice steak. Let's try the potatoes, all two of them. There we go, or one of them, two halves. Nice. Right, I'll see you guys outside. Let me eat this. Should only take a couple of minutes. Might have to have a pudding. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, let's just take a quick wander over to where the sunset is. I think we might have missed it, but we'll see if we're in luck. Right, the meal, it was 45 euros there. It would have been more. I asked for a dessert and then they let me wait for about 20 minutes and nobody came over. So I thought, you know what, I won't bother with the dessert, although I wanted the creme brulee. And then I said, can I have the bill? And they made me wait another 20 minutes. So then I got up, put my coat on, put my backpack on, walked up to the till, then they made me wait another 5 minutes, and they said, was everything okay? I said, well, apart from the fact that I wanted a dessert. And he says, oh, well, next time then, next time. But the food was all right, wasn't bad. It's not really a food review, this one, but was it okay? Yeah, it was all right, it wasn't bad. It's like, I'd class that as a starter though. Wasn't that big. I needed a few chips. Anyway, it was okay. If I was to mark it out of 10, 7. Wasn't too bad. Anyway, let's have a look at the end here and see whether we can catch the sunset. Oh, we might be in luck. We might be in luck. Wow, we are in luck. Do you know what? After such a bit of a downer on this video, this has made it all worthwhile. Now I've got a beaming smile. That is absolutely gorgeous and makes you so happy to be alive. Look at that. Wow, what an absolutely fantastic way to finish off today's video from right here in Paphos, Cyprus. Before we go, I want to say a massive thank you once again to the sponsors of today's video, and they are Incogni. Don't forget, click on the link in the description down below and get 60% off your annual fee. The link is in the description down below. Use the code MacMaster. Right, oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.